Greetings everyone, Steve Angel with Traditional Outdoors, and welcome to our new series of videos. We're calling this 101 for traditional archery and traditional bow hunting. We're going to start out covering some basic topics around getting started in traditional archery, covering some terminology and kind of showing you what some of the things that you hear people say mean. When I was starting converting from compounds to traditional archery a little over 20 years ago, I found that a lot of the terminology and things that people were saying, they just assumed that you knew certain things, and it made it really difficult, and there wasn't a lot of places where you could go and learn that. So that's what we're going to cover. I still see those things show up today on social media and in forums. So I figured this is a good platform to get some information out there where you can not only hear that terminology, but kind of see it in context, and hopefully that makes it make a little bit more sense. We're going to break these videos up. I'm going to try to keep them at 10 minutes or less. There may be a few that run just a little bit over, but the idea is I want to keep the videos short, concise, and very focused on a specific topic so that it makes it easy for you to digest. And then if you want to go back and get a refresher at some point in time, it's easier to find it that way than trying to search through a 20 or 30-minute video. With that said, one of the things that I really want to cover in this video today is why traditional archery. Why would someone want to get into it? And the first thing that always comes to mind when I think about that question, or if I hear somebody ask that question, is it's just a lot of fun. You know, when I started shooting a compound when I was 16 years old, I shot that bow every day. I fell in love with it. But after I got good at it, and in some cases because the equipment improved, it got to where it just was not a challenge, and the fun aspect of it went away, and I really only shot my bow when I was preparing for deer season, as I'm sure a lot of people do today. With traditional archery, I shoot every day, unless it's just, I'm sick or I've got some, issues going on where I just can't. I shoot every day, and I have fun shooting my bow every day. So that's the first thing I'd tell you, is it's just a lot of fun, whether you're looking to get into the sport for target archery, for the community, or if you're looking at possibly getting into traditional bow hunting, which we're going to have some topics on that as well. You're just going to have a lot of fun. The other aspect is it's a challenge. It's more of a challenge, in my opinion, than any other form of archery. But that's not necessarily a bad thing for two reasons. One, the challenge equates to some of the fun because you're constantly out there. You're constantly wanting to get better. You can't set a traditional bow down for 6 months and then expect to pick it up and shoot it as well as you did when you stopped shooting. So it's something you have to stay with it, and you just enjoy it and have fun doing it. The flip side of that is, though, when you're successful, that challenge makes the reward that much sweeter. So when you have those successes, when you have those wins, they're going to mean so much more to you, which is another big appeal to me with traditional archery. And I think you'll find the same. The last thing I want to cover in this quick introductory video is really for the budding new traditional archer, someone who wants to get into the sport, or perhaps you're a compound shooter and you're wanting to step into the traditional world. How do you get started? Our next video is going to cover the basic equipment that you need. But before you even get to that, there's things you can do. Research, reading, looking at videos like this online. But most importantly, try to find a local traditional archery club that's near you. Even if it's an hour or 2 hours away, if they have a regular shoot, and there's a lot of these clubs across the country, go to one of those shoots, start meeting people, ask questions. In many cases, most of these people will let you shoot their equipment. They'd love to share. They love to let you shoot their equipment. There are some exceptions, but not many, and we're not going to get into those now because it's really around the equipment that they may shoot, and they don't want to have their equipment damaged. If they're shooting a self bow, those are typically set up for a specific person. So sometimes people don't like sharing those. But overall, you can shoot a ton of bows, and you can get an idea for what feels good to you, what you like, before you go start spending your hard-earned money. The other thing about these clubs is you're going to get a lot of opinions, and I'm going to try to stay away from opinions in this series of videos. If I do share an opinion, I will do my best to say this is my opinion. But what you can do is you can listen to all that information, and you can weigh it out, and you can try different things and find what works for you. The beauty of this sport is it's a personal thing. What works well for you may not work well for someone else, and vice versa. But take all this in and listen to what people are telling you and get out there and try it for yourself. Maybe ask other people what they think about that specific topic or subject. In the long run, you're just going to gather and gain more information in a short period of time attending an event with like-minded people. So much faster so than even trying to watch a video like this. So I highly recommend you get out and find one of those local clubs. And while on the subject, join these local organizations, or pretty much any traditional archery organization if it appeals to you. I'm a member of multiple state organizations, Traditional Bowhunters of Georgia, Michigan Longbow Association, just to name a couple. And also look at national organizations. Compton Traditional Bowhunters is a fantastic organization. It's the only national organization dedicated to traditional bow hunting only. No compounds, no modern archery. The other one you may look at, especially for guys that may be shooting modern equipment today, or excuse me, individuals who may be shooting modern equipment today, and looking at moving into tradition. Look at PBS, Professional Bowhunter Society, another great organization dedicated to the sport of bow hunting. So there's a lot of people out there that can help you. I'm going to do my best to kind of shed some light on some things through these videos, but nothing beats face-to-face, and you'll meet some great people as well. So until next time, this is again the introductory. Our next video, we'll jump into the basics of traditional archery, what you have to get into the sport. If you don't listen to our podcast, be sure to check out the Traditional Outdoors podcast and subscribe to the channel as well, and look for the next video real soon. Thank you so much.